Everybody, this thing is back. It's back. Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? This is SP Hustle Hard. Thank you for tuning in, like, subscribe, and most importantly, please share. Well, I had to take right back and get right back in tune with y'all and let y'all know a few things. First, they hit me with the red flag. And may ask, what is the red flag? Well, the red flag is something they let you know that they don't, some people, you know, got in their feelings and felt some type of way about some comments I may have made about a situation in a stay. I'm gonna keep it real with you people. Like, look, whenever you go on a vacay with the folks, family, by yourself, with a bird, with a plane, whatever, be mindful. Like, yo, you are in another area, another place, and so they look at you as a dollar, period. But to make a long story short, so what had happened and why, you know, I was given a red flag was for the situation that I had stayed at. And mind you, it cost. It was a couple of dollars where we stayed at, and the place was filthy, like hands down filthy. I don't know how else I could put it, but it was filthy. It was out of pocket. It was, and for what we paid, like yo, yeah, like you got to do better. And so we said something to the people at the front desk. You know, they wasn't trying to hear it. They already got our money, charged it to the card and whatever, and they was cool with it. So they didn't care, and that's cool. And when I was addressing it to them and letting them know, like, yo, this place is dirty. Like, yo, like you got all of this under the floor, under the bed, on the floor, under the bed. Like, who's really doing the cleaning here? And mind you, from when we first got there, our spotter senses started going off, and you know, but we was tired, and we only had a few hours till we got to our main stay, and that was the biggest mistake of our lives, real talk. But what it was is that we seen online, and we just bypassed the comments and whatnot that was left behind. And now, when you go places and go, be mindful of, don't just look at the pictures. Check the comments, check what people have to say. Like, really check what people have to say. So they felt some type of way, because we was giving them constructive criticism at the same time criticizing them about, what, like, yo, this is crazy. Like, we paid money, we paid good money, like, and we didn't even really stay that long. Like, ooh, like we didn't even stay that long. And this place was like, so what happened was I was, posting it on my YouTube and all of my channels and whatnot. So, the folks got back to me. Now, mind you, I'm not talking about the whole chain in general. Now, mind you, it's a chain, and I'm not going to say their name because they might, but anyway, they felt some type of way, and I wasn't talking about the whole chain. I was just talking about this specific spot because the other chain to this hotel is not like that. It's just this one, right? This just happened to be one of the ones I went to, and it was filthy. Like, it was really out of pocket. Like, I don't know what to say. It was really like dirty, filthy, period. I don't know who did the cleaning or what. It was out of pocket, but so we had said something about it. See, they only want you to, a lot of these places, when you give them the real, that you hating and this and that, oh, you just a hater or whatever. No, your place was dirty, period. The place was EBGBs. The place carried bugs, period. And when you let them know, they don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? They don't want to hear that. And they don't want to even fix it. That's the crazy part. They just want to cake. They just want to take your money and you know it is what it is. I ain't, it is what it is. But I'm gonna let the people know. Like I'm not if it's a clean spot and it's a go-to spot, I'm gonna let you know it's a clean spot and it's a go-to spot. But if it's a filthy, one thing that SP Hustle Harm, what we do here is we gonna let the people know wherever we are, and we're going to give you a rundown on what's really real. We ain't going to be one of those people that advertise for this business or this place and it's filthy, and you get to you be like, man, they doing me. Nah, I'm going to tell you that. Look, this place is dirty, and a lot of them places don't want to hear that. And if you don't want to hear that, fix it, clean it, get it right. You getting all this money for these shabby ass spots, and it's not even a two like, and you got the nerve to have this a 3 star. You're not even a 3 star hotel. Y'all beneath a motel, and y'all know who you are. You know who you are. Like real talk. I'm not gonna let this one go because you came at me on some goofy time when I was being real. I was just telling you, like, yo, me and my folks was letting you know, like, yo, this place is dirty. Like, and really, I know you don't care, but and you're gonna steal business as usual. But clean that. Get somebody in there to clean that spot up. Like, I want to let you know the place so bad, like, yo, and where it's at. But one thing I did do, I did leave a comment, where they like, where they ask you, do you like? No, we didn't like where we stayed. It was dirty. It was, and please believe me, I would have rather slept. I basically slept standing up. I didn't even take my stuff out the car, like, you know what I mean? But to not cause an accident, to make it to where we had to go, we had to rest, and that was like, and I was crazy. And then when we said something to the people at the front desk, they was so we couldn't even have gotten a discount. And then they got the nerve to serve breakfast there. Like, put it together, make it make sense. Like, if the place is dirty, why is you serving breakfast? Like, 9 times out of 10, y'all don't even clean the stuff. They don't even clean the utensils, the plates, or whatever the food is in. If that's, yeah, you got dirty. If it's filthy like that, 9 times out of 10, you're not cleaning. You're not cleaning some stuff, and you're filthy. And you know who you are. You know who you are. And you came at me and you said something like, that's cool. It's cool. And no, I wasn't being I was being honest. I was really being honest. Like, I don't know how to tell, like, yo, we even brung you the pictures. We even brung you the stuff. Like, yo, this is what you got there. Like, we had to, you know, like, it was hazardous. Like, yo, like, real talk. And I'm willing to bet they ain't cleaning. They just got the money. But please, people, when you're out, when you're traveling with your folks, whatever, be mindful of the place you stay at, because some of these places just out to get your money. They don't give a good hoot. You just, they thinking, and you gotta really look around and sometimes just pump your brakes and say, hold up, I'd rather sleep in the car. Real talk. You might save yourself some critters from bringing some critters back home with you. Yeah, yeah, like real talk. Like, so be mindful of that. Sometimes you might just have to be like, and for what I paid to stay at that spot, like, I paid a little less staying other places that was 10 times, 20 times better than that. It wasn't even like, and y'all got the nerve to charge what y'all was charging to stay in a spot like that. Whew, you gotta be out of your mind. Like, seriously. And I know you want to hear, you want, all y'all want is just a good conversation. You don't want to, you don't want the people to, know the real, what's really going on. You don't want the people to know that. Yeah, and yeah, we was making, yeah, we was, we was kicking up some noise, making noise and whatnot, like, yeah, letting that people, because that was crazy. And you didn't even want to give us, like, we told you, like, yo, like, for real. And then you talking about, like, you would have sent some, you should have been had that room cleaned. Like, you knew all them rooms from top to bottom should be clean. Like, oh, but like, again, like I said, people, please be mindful for wherever you go, abroad, here, there. Look, sometimes you might save yourself sleeping under your car. Like, real talk. Yeah, yeah. Sleeping under the car, not in the car, but under the car or next to a dumpster. If that's what if you want to sleep in a spot like that, you might as well sleep. Get you a mattress and put it right by the dumpster and sleep right there. At least you're saving you some money, and you're gonna bring some bugs back. But hey, you know. Anyway, we're gonna get right into it. So yes, this is SP Hustle Hard. Like, subscribe, tune in. Thank you so much for checking me out, staying in tune with me. I appreciate it to the most. Uh, I want to send a big shout out to the Clipper heads. Yo, your guys. Yo. Callie, my man Jose, everybody in the building over there, y'all are good. Y'all do the work. Y'all shouldn't even be called clipper heads. Y'all should be called creators. Because what you do, you create the magic. You make it happen. Yeah, people come walking in, woofing and all crazy. They come out looking clean, so fresh and so clean when they leave that spot. Like, real talk. Like, y'all do your thing then. So big shout out to the clipper heads. Like, subscribe, tune in, check out Clipperheads. Come there, go there. They do the thing. Um, the best barber is Jose. Check Jose. Jose Samuel, 1 and 2. Cali, number 5. Nah, I'm just joking. But anyway, moving right along. So I know you heard about the Epstein file. So Epstein, he's no longer here. So a lot of stuff fell on his co-conspirator that was going to testify against him, I do believe. So once he went, that was all, that went out the window for her. So what's happening now is like, it's, it's crazy. That thing is like the way it's spinning, like, so she's asking for immunity for her testimony, and she's going to tell all. If she's given immunity, but uh, they like, nah. They debating, but right now they trying to stand firm and save face. Like, nah, no, we ain't giving you immunity. She got like 20 years for the whole thing. It was like, she was like the one that would go out and help him bring the prostitutes, the kids, the legal people, all that, you know, the minors, all that, whatever they want over there at that island, they had. She was there to help to provide for their pleasures, put it like that. But yeah, she asked for, you know, um, immunity. And right now they are like, nah, we ain't giving you. We want to know what's going on. They got the files. They know. So the current administration is trying to spin it, to make it seem like if one people like you, they ain't gonna mention his name. So cut it out, cut it out. They ain't gonna mention it. I'll probably lose my mind or my head will probably explode if it did, but I know it's not gonna happen. And there's pictures and things like that. And pictures don't really mean or say anything, but all it means is that you know the person too. Was you there? Was you a part of that? You know, the bull crap that was going on there? We'll never know. We'll never know the honest to God truth. And I believe right now, even if that lady get on the stand and tell what's going on, to tell all, I think a lot of things going to be sugar coated. I think a lot of things going to be turned around. I don't think we really gonna know. Let me say this: we really gonna know who's you know on that Epstein list. I don't care. I'm willing to bet 10-1 that people going to be left out or not even mentioned. So yeah, there you have it. Especially when you're in the power and you controlling a lot. So you people are able to erase a lot of things. So they won't be a part of that, and everybody else will get the brunt of what she has to say. So you just look at it like this: if she get immunity from the current administration that's going on, right, that's there right now, do you think she's going to mention or say anything? I doubt it. I doubt it. So I really don't want to hear what she got to say, because I really believe at the end of the day, we really ain't gonna know. And it took this long to really come about. And now, if I'm not mistaken, I think there was a thing going around that they said that the Biden administration had put this current administration in somehow, some way into that mix, into that gumbo of the Epstein situation. Hey, hey, I don't know what to say. It is what it is. Like, but um, I think she's gonna be able to get the immunity and tell what she need to tell to satisfy who she need to satisfy to get what she want. That's what it is. We ain't gonna really never know. We are not gonna know. Like, it's not gonna happen. So I don't. Well, me, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna say this: I don't believe that we really gonna find out who's on that Epstein list or who was the people. And mind you, like, I'm not even gonna even talk about it no more. I don't. I'm just gonna say that. Uh, Moving right along. Another situation. New York. Um, my condolences go out to the people, 4 people that was killed, to their family members, and to them, like, yo, they was killed out in New York City, in one of them buildings that had the Blackstone and the NFL. One of the buildings. The guy was able to walk in there and kill 4 people. Why? I don't know. Never know. Why? Only he would know. But he turned the gun on himself and killed himself in the mix of all that. So my condolences go out to the family members out there that lost their family members that was in there. Um, it's crazy. This is crazy, and I want to say a lot. Like a lot of the stuff that's going on is self inflicted. Here, it's like it's not somebody, no, it's all the people here that's wilding out, doing what the going on a bizarre, crazy mission and taking innocent lives. Whether they innocent or not, they took a life, and yeah, that's it's crazy. I don't know if we ever really understand why. Um, but I guess now that he's gone, the guy that killed the four people in that building outside of that mass shooting outside of New York in Manhattan. We'll never really understand, but I'm quite sure the people, media, news, going to come up with some type of conclusion that the authorities going to do their due diligence and get to the bottom of it and figure it out. But again, my condolences go out to the family members of the four people that lost their lives. Wish you well. Stay up. Stay focused, and hopefully, uh, could get to the bottom of this and things have changed because it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Like real talk. It's really getting crazy. I don't even understand, but it is what it is. But moving on, um, I don't know who needed to hear this, but somebody needs to hear this. Understand one thing: small steps that you take in accomplishing what you need to accomplish leads to that big moment. And realize that Rome was not built in one day. So everything has a process, everything has a step. Sometimes some people may skip over certain steps and get there. And sometimes people might have to take step by step by step. But understand, if you stick to it and keep doing what you got to do to get to where you need to get to, that one step, that two step, going to lead to a big momentum to getting you there quick to make happen what you want to make happen. And again, like I said, Rome wasn't built overnight. It took some time to build Rome. And look, it lasted for 300 years. So what I'm saying is this: sometimes you got to take them small steps to have that everlasting, not everlasting, to have a nice, long lasting situation going on whatever you're trying to accomplish. What works for you may not work for the next person, but just believe in yourself and you can do it and understand that you can make it. Don't let nobody, I don't care who they are, like, yo, if you got your mind set on something and you want to accomplish something and you want to do it, do it, do it. Don't let nobody, because they can't live your life. You can only live your life. They got to live their life. So you can only live your life. And if you want to get somewhere, get there. But if you going to listen to the peanut gallery, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get there. You're not going to make it. You're not going to get there. So block out the peanut gallery, take it one step at a time, because those steps going to lead to big steps, and that big step going to kick start the whole momentum of everything you need to get done. Keep that in mind. And also, whatever's put in front of you, whatever pothole, whatever, just keep your head up and keep pushing. Keep pushing. Yeah, so I want to ask people, like, what do you think? Do you think and this is about the situation with Epstein. I got two questions I want to propose to people. The Epstein file. Who do you think that's in that? Do you pretty much know what I'm getting at? Who do you think that's really in the Epstein files? That's one. Two. Now, here's another one. Now, everybody, earlier this week, if I'm not mistaken, Hulk Hogan passed. Okay, mind you, Hulk Hogan was a good wrestler, but he was a little, you know where I'm going. So, with that being said, um, if you had a choice, here's what I'm asking. If y'all had a choice, would you free Diddy or bring back Hulk Hogan? Would you free Diddy or bring back Hulk Hogan? I know some of y'all would. My opinion, okay. Knowing what I know, of course, you should know where I'm gonna go with it. But some people, yeah, and that's their opinion. We can agree to disagree, and that's okay. But this is what I'm saying. Would you free Diddy or bring back Hulk Hogan? Which one would y'all do? Which one would y'all do? Like real talk. Let me know. Leave me some comments. Let me know. Like and subscribe. This is SP Hustle Hard. Please tune in, share. Most importantly, definitely share. And I appreciate everybody that checked me out, that came out to tune in with SP. Like, this is a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful thing. And I want to let everybody know that I am very grateful, especially my family members that's been holding me down, that's been, giving me good encouragement and, helping me stay focused on this, you know what I mean? And we only getting better as you see. And we only going to keep getting better and we're going to keep growing. And this right here is uncut, unfiltered, straight raw. And as we go along, we getting better and better. I know it and I see it, hands down. So again, like and subscribe. This is SP Hustle Hard. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate everyone. I look forward to seeing you later on this week, Sunday. We're gonna be back in the building with my boy M Dollar and my boy Luck. Luck, oh my God, we gotta have a sit down, bro. And we got some few people stopping by. We're gonna be doing a lot of things, and we got a lot of things up and coming, on the schedule that we're gonna come out with that you're gonna love. We only gonna get better. This is just the beginning. Believe me, this is just the beginning. Just stay tuned, stay in tune, because we're gonna keep you in tune, and we're gonna tell you the do's and the don'ts, especially wherever you go. When you want to know, you go somewhere to a certain spot, look me up, and yeah, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna be there or I've been there, and I'm gonna let you know. Like some people that like I said, advertise for certain places, they only going to tell you the good, but I'm gonna give you the bad. I'm gonna give you what's really real. I'm going to give you what's really popping out there. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. You know what I mean? And obviously, I feel like even though some people definitely came at me and said had some few words to say about when I said this, I'm keeping it real, but I'm being honest. This is what it was. So, with that being said, like and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. This is SP Hustle Hard. I appreciate everyone. Thank you. Good night.